Hello, my viewers, and welcome to a groundbreaking conversation that will challenge everything you thought you knew about history, identity, and the true origins of humanity. Join me as we take a look into the fascinating topic of Pple and the Garden of Eden and the real birthplace of civilization. For centuries, we've been taught that Africa is the motherland, but what if that's a lie? What if the imperial powers that shaped history deliberately distorted the truth to control and divide us? Now, today we're going to explore the evidence that suggests Pple, the Garden of Eden, is actually located in the Americas. From ancient artifacts to biblical proof, we will examine the clues that point to a shocking truth. So get ready to have your mind blown as we uncover the secrets that have been hidden in plain sight. From the Tampa Tribune article that reveals Florida as the location of the Garden of Eden, to the proof that ancient Egypt, Canaan, and Ethiopia are all connected to North America, we're all about to take a journey that will change everything. So join me on this epic quest for truth and discover the real story of humanity's origin. Check out a sister's video. I will be right back.
Okay, nothing in Africa, modern day Africa, was sent over here to the Americas in early times. Okay, life, civilization as we know it, the Garden of Eden, Pple as they call it, that's actually in America. Okay. Now, let's clear this up before I go any further. I never once said that over there in Africa, y'all are suffering, y'all are starving, and y'all are incapable of anything. I never once said that. I do not hate or dislike Africans at all. So just please do not put those false, narratives on me and claim that I actually said those things about them. I've been to Africa many times, to many different African countries, and I would not have gone if I truly felt as though Africa was starving and not capable of anything. I was merely making a point to say that life and civilization began in the Americas, and I showed you proof of that. Let's get it. I have a whole entire video proving that Pple is over here in the Americas. Here is an article from the Tampa Tribune that clearly states, if you look at the bottom, it says Florida is the location of the Garden of Eden. Okay. Now, y'all are so busy in Africa trying to prove and say, no, this is the mother, because you're regurgitating false history that was handed to all of us by them pale folks who lied about history. Everything that they said about history is a complete and total lie, and a lot of y'all, again, as I say, are still worshiping your colonizers' gods, the people who took you into slavery, Islam and Christian, y'all over there still worshiping their gods and everything. So, y'all need to wake up first before you start trying to preach to other people and tell them, what's, and please, I mean no disrespect when I say that. I just simply mean people who are still asleep, which you are if you're still worshiping the people who have dogged you out, treated you like crap, amputated your limbs, and steal your resources, make you pay for your own come on, those are not your friends. Those are not your friends. Those are your foes. Those are your enemies. And if you're still worshiping their gods, then you're still asleep, and you really can't teach anybody anything until you wake up. I have countless videos also proving that ancient Egypt is over here in America, in North America. That's where all the mummies, the tombs, and all the other stuff were found. And those liars, Satan's children, actually changed the names of everything and said that everything over there in modern day Africa, that was the beginning. And that's where everything started. But it really didn't. They're liars. I've shown proof in countless videos that all the ancient artifacts from Kemet were actually over here in America. The land of Canaan is over here. The original Ethiopians are over here. The Hebrews are over here. This is where we all started. And y'all were taken into slavery. Those of you who didn't migrate over there to modern day Africa were taken into slavery over there. This is why there's Hebrews over here. But you must understand that we're not all the same people, because there are real Africans. And any of you who were brought back here, or they said that you were brought back here on ships or whatever case may be, they called you Africans. You're really not Africans. You were actually Hebrews who were sent over there, and then you were sent back over here. The slave trade was told completely in reverse. Names were switched. And that's the thing. You need to understand. Those pale entities were trying to confuse everybody. But if y'all just slow down and take the time to listen to us, over here in America, we know what we're talking about. We have studied, we've been around those people. If you listen to us, we will actually show you the way. We will show you truth and the light. Not only have they renamed y'all over there and called you Africans, But they also renamed us numerous times, as you can see here from this chart. We weren't even called Africans until the late 1980s. And then we're forced to just accept that title? No, that's not who we are. And our true identity was lost through paper genocide. These devils right here is where so-called African American history comes from. Why the hell is we gonna listen to them? What can they tell us about our history and who we are as a people? Especially after stealing our identity. They are the ish. Who claim to be the chosen people, and they're not. And we're gonna listen to what they say about who we are? Is you serious? And this fool right here is the one who started it all, and have the rest of them listening to him. The out of Africa and the evolution theory. And where did the evolution theory come from and the out of Africa theories come from? It came from that clown, Charles Darwin, saying that, now mind you, they said theory, out of Africa theory. Now, theory, that doesn't mean fact. And it's just based upon their visual observations, what they saw. And so they ran with it and said, oh, this is truth. And they're basically talking crap about us and saying that we look like freaking monkeys and apes. And that's how they're out of Africa. Charles Darwin came to that conclusion of the out of Africa theory. But this is what y'all uphold, that everything came from over there in modern day Africa. No, it didn't. And those of you that are upholding this bullcrap right here out of Africa, then y'all are agreeing to the fact that we look like a bunch of effing apes and monkeys and gorillas. It just doesn't make sense. You're calling yourself an ape and a monkey. But the fact still remains is that they're the ones that are born with tails, not us. Okay? People who look like us are not born with tails, but yet they call us monkeys all the damn time. They were Neanderthals, and we mixed with them to make them human. And this is why they're still born with tails. And they say that we're 3/5 human and all this other stuff. We're subhuman. Come on now, come on. I mean, we can't argue with this. Look, this isn't even photoshopped. Look at our lips and look at theirs up to these apes and monkeys that they claim that we are like, or that we came from, that we evolved from. Okay, so do y'all see the nonsense in this out of Africa bullcrap? It's just another way to throw you off of who you really are, your true identity. And back to this again, which is the original reason why we were having the disagreements that we were. Clearly, it says right here, in this book, that it was in South America that all of these crops came into existence, were cultivated and everything. And then Africans who were actually in America, the Americas, South America to be exact, took it over there to Africa. We already went through it. Tobacco is big in Africa, in West Africa. The cocoa yam, a lot of these, banana, all that is big over there in West Africa. But it came from over here in South America. It didn't come from modern day Africa and then brought over here to America. No, life began over here on this side of things. This is where ancient Egypt, the land of Canaan, and all that other stuff is at. Over here in the Americas. Not modern day Africa. Also, the names that a lot of people in West Africa use were actually names of people over here in America. In fact, there's still people, I believe in Suriname, somewhere in the Caribbean, that still has these names like Kofi and Kwame, named after the days of the week. That came from over in America, not Africa. Y'all took that over there to Africa with y'all. Here are some of the names right here. Badu, Adu, Kamina, Kobina, Moshe, Asante, because this is over here in Americas where the Asante kingdom began. And then it went over there to modern day Africa, like I said, through people willingly going over there, and then people being dumped over there in the slave trade. This is how it happened. The slave trade was truly total reverse. And I have a 4-part series explaining exactly how the slave trade was totally reversed. I have a couple of those videos pinned, and the rest of them you have to dig down in my videos to find the rest of them so you can fully understand, what these people have done. They lied. I even have videos about how they flipped the map of California, the land of Canaan, and all that stuff. And, and then, how can Israel be over there when that place that they call Israel was actually Palestine in the beginning? It didn't become Israel until those people from Europe came down there and started taking over that land and named that their home state. I mean, history has been told. We have inherited lies, y'all. We have inherited lies, and you basically have to unlearn everything that you were taught and thought was true history, and stomp on it, burn it, get rid of it, because it's not true history. You have to be willing to relearn true history.
Now, this video presents a provocative and intriguing perspective on the origins of humanity and civilization. A sister's assertion that Pple, the Garden of Eden, is located in the Americas challenges the conventional narrative and sparks important questions about the accuracy of our understanding of history. The video highlights the importance of critical thinking and the need to consider multiple sources and perspectives when evaluating historical claims. While the speaker's use of biblical and archaeological evidence is compelling, it's crucial to also approach these claims with a nuanced and open-minded perspective. Now, the video also raises important questions about identity, culture, and the impact of colonialism on our understanding of history. The idea that the transatlantic slave trade was a reverse migration, with Hebrews being taken from the Americas to Africa, is a controversial but thought-provoking concept that warrants further exploration. Now, this video encourages us to think critically about our understanding of history and the stories we've been told. So with that said, let's get into the research. Now, according to research, it says that whenever the word Africa is mentioned, different thoughts come racing in people's minds. For some, it is a myriad shimmering on the horizon of the arid Sahara Desert, while to others, it's an ivory tusked elephant standing before the snow-capped peaks of Mount Kilimanjaro. But have you ever stopped to ask what is the original name of Africa? Did the continent have another name in the first place? What was Africa called before Africa? Now, the Kemetic or Alkebulan history of Africa suggests that the ancient name of the continent was Alkebulan. The word Alkebulan is the oldest and the only word of indigenous origin. Alkebulan means the Garden of Eden or the mother of mankind. The word Africa came into existence in the late 17th century. Initially, it only referred to the northern part of the continent. Around that time, the continent had been colonized, and the Europeans ruled over its people as slaves. They influenced the change of identity from Alkebulan to its present name. Before the Europeans settled for the word Africa, the continent was called many other names. Now, other names such as the land of Ham means dark skins, mother of mankind, the Garden of Eden, dark or black continent, kingdom in the sky, and the land of Kush or Kesh, referring to the Kushites who were ancient Ethiopian, were used. There exist many theories explaining the origin of the name of this continent. At the time of writing, no one knows the source for sure. However, the theories below shed some light on how the second largest continent with the second largest population acquired its befitting name. The Roman theory. Now, some scholars believe that the word originated from the Romans. According to this school of thought, the Romans discovered a land opposite the Mediterranean and named it after the Berber tribe residing with the Carnage area, presently referred to as Tunisia. Now, the tribe's name was Afri, and the Romans gave the name Africa, meaning the land of the Afri. Secondly, weather theory. Now, some believe that the name was coined from the continent's climate. According to this theory, the word is a derivation Afrik, a Greek word that means a land free from cold and horror. Alternatively, it could be a variation of the Roman word Africa, which means sunny, or even the Phoenician word Afa, which means dust. There is the geographic theory, the Africa's theory, and the Phoenician theory. Now, if you try to Google Alkebulan, you will likely find results telling you that it's located in Africa, not America. But as our sister so astutely points out, this is exactly the problem. The narrative has been manipulated and distorted to suit a certain agenda. The fact that online search results overwhelmingly point to Africa as the location of Alkebulan is not surprising, given the historical legacy of colonialism and the deliberate erasure of indigenous knowledge. What's important to remember is that the internet is not always an objective source of truth, but rather a reflection of the dominant narratives that have been constructed and perpetuated by those in power. Now, our sister's assertion that Europeans altered the narrative to suit their own purposes is a crucial reminder that history is often written by the victors, and that the truth can be obscured or distorted to maintain a particular worldview. It's up to us to critically evaluate the information we're presented with and to seek out diverse perspectives and sources. Now, in the case of our Kabilan, we have two narratives, one that says it's located in Africa and another that claims it's in the Americas. For those who have done more research on this topic, I invite you to share your knowledge and insights, help us understand the historical context, the evidence, and the perspectives that support each narrative. Share your thoughts in the comment section and let's have a conversation. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video as I bring you another interesting video.